What's going on, everyone? Welcome back. Today, we're going to talk about why I took a break from YouTube, essentially quit because I haven't posted in months. But it was solely to focus on e-commerce, dropshipping, investing, but most importantly, making money online, specifically with dropshipping, right? This channel was a dropshipping channel. It still is a dropshipping channel, but I want to give a little insight as to why I went a little Mia, why I took a break. A lot has happened since the last time I posted, and probably you guys have been on YouTube a plenty amount looking at different creators, which is amazing. I want you guys to keep staying informed. I want you guys to keep hustling, right? But the reason why I went Mia is because I wanted to go all in on the biggest opportunity that I think is going to happen in my lifetime, right? I think we are all approaching a time period where we can uncover one of the biggest opportunities we'll ever have, and then hopefully create a generational wealth that'll last forever, right? That is all of our goals. We all want to retire our entire families, our entire bloodlines. We want to give them enough that they can focus on creating things that they want to create, right? And that can only happen when you create things that you want to create out of your mind and put them on paper, put them in the laptop, put them in Google Docs, put them on Shopify. You have to actually start working and writing things down that you actually want to achieve. And I noticed that, like, YouTube really is a competition of like who could create the best edits, who can create the best challenges, which are very, very interesting, right? Very Mr. Beast-esque in the sense that like people are going to stay entertained with the whole video and they're going to come back to your channel the next time to see how you entertain them again, right? When honestly, I noticed on my channel, I've been posting videos now for years. It's, my first video must be 3 or 4 years ago. The ones that have the most views are always the most informative. They're always the most boring. They're long. And I think maybe I don't have like lifelong fans, but what resonates with people that are digging for information the most is informative videos, right? People who are actually digging for information, trying to learn. And that's honestly what I think is the most effective way of learning. I run Google Ads myself. Alongside Google Ads is YouTube. And I noticed that Google, because of the TikTok competition and the Instagram Reels competition, they try to incorporate a lot of Reels. The problem with Reels, guys, is that the Reels that go the most viral are the most brain rot shit, right? Like, you cannot compete with people that are just posting either brain rot or like motivational stuff vis-a-vis cars and planes and like crazy shit like this. But the problem is when you're at rock bottom, that stuff is motivating, but it doesn't keep you disciplined. Like, it honestly paralyzes you into thinking, how can I afford a multi-million dollar house, a multi-million dollar car, if I can't even get my bootstrap dropshipping business selling Chinese products off the ground? Right now, I'm hoping the green screen's working. As you guys can see, this is yesterday's sales. I've been working on something that I think could actually create generational wealth for myself. Now, I've always done online business, if you've been following my channel, for years. Like, I've literally been posting about Google Ads dropshipping, Facebook, TikTok challenges, right? I try to incorporate YouTube-esque bullshit, really, to try to get engagement, to try to get people to my channel. I try to do things the right way, paying editors, letting people reach out to me in terms of editing to try to make my scripts and my YouTube videos better. But I noticed that, like, my most genuine self is when I'm teaching people, right? That's why I coined myself as, like, the professor, right? Not only the fact that my Professor X, like, it's a known, Marvel character or whatever the fuck, but I wasn't really being my most authentic self all the time. And the times I was my most authentic self, just talking to the camera, barely using edits, incorporating some memes, but like very lackluster editing is when I performed the best on YouTube. And I think it's when people took the most out of the videos. Like, they could pull information out that's kind of applicable to their life, to their business. And I kind of want to go back to that. Like, I do still want to hire editors to help me grow because I do care about growth, right? Like, the same way you want to grow in your business, your investing portfolio, your crypto portfolio, your trading, your dropshipping business, right? You're not going to be on my channel if you're not dropshipping. So the reason why I want to still incorporate some more challenges and things like that is because it does get views, but like I think it pulls in the wrong audience. Like, I want an audience that genuinely wants to learn, kind of like a classroom style thing, but wants to learn what they want to learn. Like, instead of you paying thousands of dollars to go to college or university, you just sign on for free. Hence why I mentioned in previous videos I want to start a school in Discord, because it's going to be much cheaper than actually paying for university, but this way I can actually teach people hands on. Anyway, back to the point of this video, which is why I think the biggest opportunities ever were coming and are coming still actively in 2025 and the next 4 years, and why you have to really lock in. And that's why I'm locking in onto YouTube, right? Like, for me, I'm still a beginner on YouTube. I have 4,000 subscribers, but I'm a beginner. I'm still learning what's effective, what's the most viral. Like, if a typical dropshipping person that does dropshipping videos on YouTube saw my videos, they're like, dude, you could be doing so much better. They tell me all the time, in my comments, in my DMs, in my whatever, like, you should be doing this. YouTube video editors reach out. You should be doing X, Y, and Z. This will help you grow. And I appreciate those things. And honestly, I'm still going to incorporate those things, I think, going forward in 2025. But every time they ask me why I haven't incorporated these things, it's because, like, every time I try to, it feels very disingenuous. It doesn't feel like I'm doing what I want to do. It kind of feels like I'm doing what everybody else is doing because that's what seems effective. And the problem is, like, if you can't also tap into creativity that you think is creative, this goes for any business, you're never going to enjoy it thoroughly. Like, you might enjoy making money, but you're not going to enjoy doing it every day. It's going to feel like a chore. It's going to feel like a job. You don't want it to feel like a job. You want to be able to, that's why you got into dropshipping. You wanted to be able to work from your home, right? Whether be able to work from an office or work from your bed or work from wherever and just make money from your laptop. And that's the goal. Like, for me, I just want to record videos and upload them and talk to you guys. So what I really noticed, and this is the unexpected opportunity, which was also expected by some, is while running stores and trying to make videos and doing whatever, I started noticing massive shifts in the market. And the first shift I noticed was obviously politically, right? Like, the election results, at least in the USA, if you're not from the US, it still has massive implications, was an opportunistic boom that's going to be happening again in the next 4 years with Trump, right? If you don't like Trump or do like him or you don't or do vote, it doesn't really matter. Like, for me, I don't even vote. I don't really care. But I do know when I started my online journey 6, 7, 8 years ago, when Trump won the first time, there was a massive boom. Aside from the fact that COVID hit and obviously e-commerce stores boomed, Amazon boomed, like, there's going to be a massive boom just because of the trajectory of his willpower to want to create the best version, the most opportunistic version of like a country, right? Whether you like him or not, you can't deny the fact that he wants to create massive opportunities for this country and for the people of this country, which is going to be a massive thing for the actual business owners of this country, because if you don't know by now, the USA is run on businesses. It's run on real estate, businesses, investing, hedge funds, right? People who are investing and trying to grow their wealth exponentially. That's capitalism, right? That's growth. Yes, people work jobs. Where does the boom come in? Where does the opportunity come in? A businessman like Trump, it's going to be in business, okay? So we'll touch upon this later on. I don't want to get too involved in Trump, but the reason why I'm finding these opportunities now, they always existed, but I think they're going to be elevated in the next 4 years. That's why I'm really focusing and honing down in the next 4 years. I was always focused. That's not my point. My point was like, when there's a helping hand that wants to help your economic boom, your economic growth, you have to capitalize when the moment presents itself, okay? So let's just take a look at what happened in 2016 and 2020 and why I think it's going to repeat itself coming up. And if you're not paying attention, if you're literally wide asleep, you already see the market's at all-time highs. Crypto is at all-time highs. Yes, it fell a little bit, a couple days. Guys, it's at all-time highs. The peak 4 years ago, 6 years ago was 65K on Bitcoin. And already nearly tapped 110, so it's nearly doubled, okay? And that's just the beginning, right? Like these booms are going to continue to happen over and over again as they inflate currencies, yada, yada, okay? So let's focus on dropshipping for a second. Like we're talking about product categories expanding. People want to create more products. They want to upgrade. Like people have been upgrading products in China for years now. That's why dropshipping will never be dead. It'll never stop existing. Yes, people are gearing towards more branded stuff. Hence why I'm also focused on creating brands and finding exits. Like my channel is based on reselling brands, retailing brands, right? Like for my videos 3 or 4 years ago, I show you inside my backend, $15 million done in just, 6 or 7 stores that it all really got generated during that first boom of COVID. My first real successful business that did $7 million in revenue, that's my main one, aside from other few that also added a supplemental 3 or 4 million between each 2 or 3 of them, came from the economic boom during COVID, right? Like that is where I came. That's why I know the next boom is going to be big, because Trump is going to help the United States create production and create business and, move the money around. The money has to shift. That's economic health. When money's moving around, not when it's stagnant in businesses, when people don't want to invest it in bank accounts, hedge funds are investing, banks are investing, etc. So aside from the fact that shipping has gone to pre-pandemic levels, right? Like actually, there's effective shipping times, there's 3PL services, there's, things like AutoDS, things like Zendrop, things like, which I talk about all the time because they're actually boosting your chances of success. Back in the day, it was very hard to dropship because shipping times were 3, 4, 5 weeks. It was actually a question mark. You don't even know when your stuff was going to get to your competitors. Now there's 3PL services and actually suppliers, right? Suppliers that are working with AutoDS, which we'll talk about this, right? I love AutoDS because they're helping dropshippers fill orders faster, 3, 4, 5 day shipping time sometimes in the US. And if not, it's a shorter shipping time from China, which is your biggest advantage, right? You don't want to lose customers. You don't want to get chargebacks. These things are helping you, okay? And that's your opportunity now. It's pre-pandemic levels of fulfillment where it was like, what's the peak? Like if they keep reducing shipping times to 2 to 3 weeks, then 1 week, then, Amazon levels 1 to 2 days, which already sometimes does that. They have suppliers in the US that can fill this. Then you realize that you can actually create a business, a brand where people can love and support because they're actually getting their products in a timely fashion. They don't feel like they're getting scammed, okay? Which is very important in this business. Now, let's take a look at some of the data from 2016 to 2020, okay? And we're going to analyze why 2024 to 2028 could see exponential growth the same way, okay? So, a huge e-commerce boom. E-commerce sales went from 360 billion per year to over 800 billion per year. That's double, literally double. That means more people shop online double the amount in just those 4 years in the previous 4 years, okay? So consumer confidence, people buying consumer, hit an all-time high, right? Because they were home, they knew the only way to get shit was ordering shit online. Now they're more accustomed to ordering things online. It's actually easier. People are ordering groceries online. They're sitting home to watch movies instead. Like people are getting more accustomed to just sitting at home. Mentally, do I think that's better for people? I think going outside and communicating instead of communicating through technology is better. I think going outside to communicate people face to face is better. But it doesn't matter. I'm an e-commerce specialist. I don't care. If it's going to boost my sales, I'm just going to take advantage of it. I'm not going to argue with people over what's healthier for them, going to the Walmart and shopping and interacting with people, or just ordering to your house and getting it in 2 days. Nothing's going to change the fact that people care about convenience. That's why Amazon's the biggest thing to happen to the United States ever, because people only care about convenience. What can save them time? What's easier? What's better for me? What saves me my social anxiety from going outside? So that's why I think consumer confidence is still steadily going up. It skyrocketed during COVID, but now it's slowly pacing up again, okay? It's not going to skyrocket again exactly unless we have another pandemic, which I don't want. But anyway. Small business optimism also reached an all-time high, right? Like people were buying from small businesses, they were buying products they wanted. Obviously, small businesses boomed, right? I hit over $15 million in revenue in just a short 4 years from this opportunity. So I'm just, whatever. Like it's not, I talked about it for years on my channel. I don't have that many videos. If you go through them, you'll see I talk for hours about it. I show you screenshots. I show you live. I'll show you inside ad accounts, right? Which we'll do more of because that's what people care about. They want to see the ads. They want to see the ROAS. So that's important for learning. I'm going to show more of that, of course, in the coming videos, 2025, when I really hunker down and show you guys what I'm building and why I'm building it. Okay. Now, marketing costs were also lower due to policy changes, right? Big retailers were closed in person and they weren't really able to host all of this inventory, so they hunkered down on running ads. Now it's kind of the opposite. People are also pulling back ads to do more UGC or do more, not just UGC, but organic, right? UGC and organic kind of go hand in hand. You can run ads to UGC, so it's not exactly the same thing, but people are hunkering into, because of TikTok, they were investing heavily into organic growth, right? They were paying influencers, paying brand faces, okay? And supply chains are back to normal levels. So this is big, right? This is really big for you because you're not going to face problems like we faced during COVID. Like I faced massive problems because there was so much demand, literally so much demand in terms of sales, but there wasn't, because of Chinese or like whatever, if you got from Vietnam or whatever, because there was so much demand, even they couldn't keep up with it because their warehouses were closing more than we were closing down. Aside from our reports getting fucked, their warehouses were getting fucked because they had to fight COVID too. So it was really bad. And now it's the exact opposite. Like everybody wants to boom. Trump is that guy that wants to make relations bigger with other business countries. Yes, he's talking about tariffs and stuff like that. Don't worry about it. There will always be a solution. If he moves manufacturing to the US, it'll fix itself. Then you just get your products from here, shipping times faster. One way or the other, there's going to be a benefit. People will not stop selling stuff online. Don't fall for the doomer shit. Don't fall for people saying, oh, dropshipping's going to die, Amazon's going to die. We'll find a solution, right? Like e-commerce will still boom. If it gets penalized a little bit at first, the solutions will be quick because people are opportunists. Capitalists are looking for opportunity to make more money. There will be new businesses, new products, new manufacturers. Don't be a fucking doomer. Don't do that. Be a guy that sees the opportunity, seizes it, moves on, and then makes money, right? My shop dash. I don't know how it's going to look, whatever. Now, I know what a lot of you are thinking. You're thinking about crypto, you're thinking about stocks, you're thinking about what, how you're going to make money. Can I make meme coins? Can I do whatever? To be honest, guys, I was making bank 4 years ago, 5 years ago, whatever. And the first things I thought of was how do I multiply? And what did I do? I went into it, instead of multiplying it by opening more online businesses, I invested in crypto, I invested in stocks, and that's just great. It's all-time highs. But then when you start trading meme coins and you start leveraging, you start doing crazy shit, you start trading options, you're risking so much more capital than you think because mentally you're putting yourself in a deficit. Financially, you're really putting yourself in a deficit. And all you want to do mentally is make it back. You think, okay, it worked a little bit. I didn't really focus, and I gave it all back to the market. And these are the problems with people that are constantly seeking opportunity, like yourself, because you're jumping from the next thing to the next thing to the next thing instead of really focusing on what's important, which everyone does it. Even I did it. And the problem is when you don't focus in, you're missing opportunities in a place where you would have learned if you did e-commerce for 5 straight years, 6 straight years, like myself. I'm speaking from experience. You would know so much more. Like at this point, this was a Google Ads channel, but we're doing Google, Facebook, TikTok, literally everything because there's so much opportunity. You're leaving money on the table if you're not, right? Like I'm still learning more about e-commerce every single day, which I'm going to reveal to you guys because it's very important information just by watching YouTube videos and not the 30-second reels, not the 10-second challenges. I'm watching 20, 30, 40 hour-long guides of people that I trust because the guides are where the information is. Like stop brain rotting yourself. Stop doing it. It's not worth it because you're never gonna learn anything substantial like that. Chasing the next meme coin, chasing the next Hawk Tuah coin, the next tape coin, or whatever. Like it's not worth it. It's not gonna be the ultimate guide to your success. You got to be reading about legitimate entrepreneurs, and you'll notice every single time they were very spiritual. They believed in God. They were faithful, and they always focused on a few things. I'm not saying a few things in the sense like, all right, I focus on crypto trading and stock trading and dropshipping at the same time. That's not gonna work unless you're a fucking beast. It's not gonna work, right? Guys like Elon Musk built Tesla because they focused just on Tesla at one time, then they focused just on SpaceX, then they focused just on Twitter, right? Like you only move on when your system is so good that you have created a team that can get back your time. They're doing the work that you don't want to do, or rather can do because you have limited time. And then you can move on when the system is taking care of itself. If you don't have a system yet, what the hell's the point? And if you're not making enough money to pay a payroll to pay that system, then you're never gonna have a system. So your job is literally to make as much money as possible. I'm gonna mess around on my screen here. I'm just gonna do like quarter to date to show you guys this is one of the fastest growing stores I've ever had. 110K. It's not a lot, but this store is gonna be definitely 7 figures by next year. I'm trying to push this store alone to 8 figures, so I see a massive growth opportunity. That's why I want to put on the green screen back here and show you guys, because this is why I'm really focused down. I didn't focus on YouTube because I was getting sick of kind of doing the 10-minute challenges and shit. Even though that shit is really, really important to get people engaged, I just don't care. Like at this point, you either believe in it or you don't believe in it. You want to learn or you don't want to learn. You're going to be hopping from trend to trend, which I don't care about if you're hopping from trend to trend. But anyway, this is why I'm thinking that crypto and stocks and you jumping around and doing all that stuff, trying to find memes and getting brain rot to yourself, you're cooked. Like you have literally no chance because you can't hunker down and sit behind your laptop, and actually get work done. And I'm sorry to say, I'm calling you out. If that's you, you'll never achieve the things that you want to achieve. If that's you, I'm sorry. But that's real talk, And while everything could create wealth, all of these things, crypto, stocks, real estate, everything could create wealth. These are some things that you always can't control. You can't control if the market goes up or down. You can't control these things. Can you trade and do it and learn how to trade? Of course you can. But for me, I think investing and putting your money to hedge inflation is the right way, and creating bigger cash flow is the move. And you wouldn't be here if you thought trading and crypto and stocks were going to be your path to creating cash flow. Your cash flow is going to be dropshipping, e-commerce, right? That's why you're on this channel. So I think I see too many entrepreneurs get distracted by each market. It's not worth, stop getting distracted, focus, really hammer away at things that you can control, learning from actual entrepreneurs. But this is why I'm doubling down personally on e-commerce, because I think there's a massive shift coming into the business of selling stuff, retailing and everything, and cash flow is king. You can't pay your bills with unrealized gains. You have to create gains. You have to get money into the bank to pay off your bills. Now, business growth is compounding. It's exponential. It's not linear, right? If you're working a job, your paycheck and promotions and bonuses are very steady every year. Like they're not going to just one day shoot up double, right? Like business growth is exponential. One day, as you can see from the chart behind me, some days it's freaking crazy and some days it's, whatever. Now, keep in mind, we started implementing different things like funnelish and other things. So some of the data is a little skewed from like the sessions or whatever, because we use different landing pages, but the revenue is, it's actually exponential. Like we've been going up, every single day. We're just going to keep going up and up and up because I'm focusing more on things I control, more ads, more creatives, more systems, right? You control your destiny in marketing. I've created my first dropshipping business before I finished college, and that one's the one that exploded, did 7 million in revenue. That will be my thing forever. Even when I die old, even if I transition to different businesses, like marketing is the number one tool in existence. Like don't shy away from marketing. Marketing is the number one thing. Landing pages and dropshipping, all these like Shopify landing pages, like whatever, or funnelish pages or like landing pages in general, they're going to be good, but your marketing is the first and foremost. Like I've seen the worst dropshipping stores make sales. So, it's not something really to do with the landing pages. Literally all your creatives, your marketing, your script. Okay. And real businesses, they move in cycles. So, like, if you think the last 4 years in the United States sucked balls for business, maybe they did, maybe they didn't. Some people did well, others didn't. If this is the cycle chance, I think this is the opportunity that the cycle moves again in business owners' favors because Trump is a businessman, right? Whether you like him or hate him, don't care. Business cycles move in cycles. Like, it's just a fact. So that's why the market's all-time highs. That's why it goes like this, right? It moves in waves, right? Like a sine graph. If you took math in high school, you know a sine graph moves in waves. Okay, that's the way business and cycles work. There's tops, there's bottoms. We went from a bottom. I think we're going to start topping out soon. We're going to be going up exponentially. And if you're not there to eat the growth at the top, you're going to be beat, guys. I'm sorry. Like, you're going to end up trying to get back in when the opportunity is low again. You really should have worked this whole 4 years to hone your skills. But if you haven't, hunker in, fucking focus up. And every dollar you make in your business is an opportunity to make an exponential growth in the markets or make linear growth investing in the S&P or, honing other skills, right? So that's the thing. Most people don't even have $10,000 to invest. If you don't have $10,000 to invest, you better be investing that shit into yourself every single dollar. Like, would you rather have $10,000 in a crypto market that's so volatile, maybe doubles, triples? Or would you rather have a generating business doing $10,000 a month and then putting 1K a month into crypto? Because then you're still going to have 10, 12K invested by the end of the year. You're not really worried about it if it goes up or down. Like, you can still pay your bills from the cash flow. So that's just something to keep in mind. Obviously most people know this, but I'm really here to buckle in and remind you, like, that's the key. Your key is creating generational wealth vis-a-vis business growth. Now, here's some opportunities I see really explode in the next few years. Obviously, AI copywriting, AI script, AI video making, AI creative making, right? AI product page making, right? Like AI freaking everything. Like AI is obviously just going to make everything easier for people. Okay. Like pattern recognition for finding trending products, AI tools and softwares for video making. You can analyze thousands of products in minutes, analyze the market in minutes. This means faster testing, faster scaling winners, of course. Social media integration, right? Things like RDS into TikTok Shop, into Amazon, right? Like before you couldn't dropship to TikTok Shop. Now you can. Like, it's crazy, the growth. The green market isn't just green anymore. It's like freaking evergreen because they're just constantly implementing stuff for retailers, for creators, right? TikTok Shop, like even if you're a seller on TikTok Shop, like the opportunities are literally exploding every day. There's millions and millions of dollars being generated by affiliates. Like other things are becoming more or less sophisticated, but if TikTok gets banned, then people are going to revert back to Instagram, Facebook. More opportunity to represent, right? 3 billion people that were on TikTok, half those are going to be integrated back into Instagram, Facebook, and Google and YouTube because they can't watch videos on TikTok anymore. So another opportunistic boom, right? The way that TikTok exploded when it dropped, now when it gets banned, it's going to move right back into Facebook, Instagram. So there you go. Twitter even, right? X. And these companies want TikTok banned because that's their main competitor. Like, I think those industries are going to boom. Amazon, Shopify, Facebook, Instagram, Google, YouTube. Like, these things are going to boom if TikTok gets banned because all those customers need somewhere to go to get entertainment, to get their doom scrolling. They have to do it, right? There's an addiction level to this, and they have to go there and get that. And that's going to be your opportunity. Your opportunity is going to be when these people integrate back into Instagram and Facebook. And when your ads show up, when your UGC shows up, when your influencers show up, that's what's going to happen, okay? Now, obviously, I think personalizing and customizing your brand, your product, that's the move. Like, you want to make an exit in e-commerce. You want to have an exit from a brand that's like substantially a higher value than what you're generating yearly. That's how exits work. They find that the EBITDA or like whatever your revenue multiple or your profit multiple, and they take that from you so they can elevate it and they give you a big payout up front so they can buy the brand from you. That's the move. I used to talk about how to get dropshipping a lot. I still will because I still think it's the best beginner-friendly model on Google Ads. I really do. It's the easiest way to get into an e-commerce business. It's just harder for some beginners to start because it costs a little more money up front. You have to open an LLC. You have to have money to run ads to expensive products, which cost a little more. But I think creating a brand is the ultimate thing, which I always want to do. I've tried to do so many times. It's just not that easy to create a brand from scratch. That's why selling brands is a lot easier because they have a presence in the marketplace. But there's new technologies to allow you, AI models that allow you to create, renders of your product or renders of your business. You don't have to pay creators. You don't have to pay a studio to make these businesses work. Print on demand products like freaking, making brands is easier. You don't have to order hundreds of thousands of dollars in inventory of shirts. You could just drop ship them from RDS one by one with print on demand things, right? Now, new technology also allows for mass customization of supplements, of everything, right? You could become a fitness influencer and sell supplements that way or merch that way. You don't have to house everything inventory-wise. And it's perfect for business, building that customer loyalty that helps you exit, right? Building email lists, doing drops. People are doing drops on TikTok, right? Or like they drop a whole new line to their customer base all at once and that gets their customers hyped, right? So these things are going to be fucking huge. The health and wellness evolution is really, really, like health and wellness products were already huge and on Facebook and on TikTok and whatever, but now we're reverting back to that, right? Like this whole Make America Healthy movement again. Like there are little things that are moving, the seed oil, people are trying to ban seed oils and like talk about how bad they are for you. And these are things that like, there's opportunities in the chaos, like some people will defend seed oils because they love McDonald's and others will say, I'm sick of eating this junk food. Like we can eat McDonald's and have beef tallow fries instead of seed oil fries. If you don't know what I'm talking about, it doesn't matter because that's where an opportunity lies. People are unhealthy, they're sick, and they're sick of being sick. So they're going to be okay with getting hit with an ad that talks about how they're going to heal their brain, their mind, their body with a certain supplement that you're selling, right? It's all about marketing. Now, again, Facebook, TikTok, Google, they're always going to make changes to protect the consumer with unwarranted promises like lose 100 pounds in 10 days if you take my fat burning supplement. Like that shit's never going to be allowed. You have to work around it. You have to help people understand the benefits of things like creatine or things like vitamin C or things like vitamin D if you live in a place that has no sun, right? The UK, New York, right? Place that you can't go outside and get the sun every day. Like these are the marketing angles you have to study. Okay, this is how the biggest brands are creating big brands of supplements, right? If penetrating the vitamin C market isn't easy, but you can do it if you have a good marketing angle, you know, if you have good mechanisms. And people are constantly scrolling their phones more. They're like the selling on your phone is going to explode because it's literally people can't put down their phones, right? Like the more people can't put down their phones, the more people scroll, the more people shop, the more ads go up, you know, the more UGC goes up, the more everything goes invested into the marketplace, which creates more brain rot, which creates more scrolling, which creates more consumers, which creates more spending, right? I read a stat that like consumer spending on credit card debt is at an all-time high in the US, $1.5 trillion owed on credit cards right now. Why are people spending that much on credit cards? It's not just to pay their bills. Their bills are consumed by the things that they're buying on Amazon and shit. You know, their food they're buying, everything. So that's your opportunity. It's $1.5 trillion generated by business owners. You know, business owners took 1.5 trillion from consumers in just debt, not just fucking, you know, not just things that they paid off. It's things that they went into debt for, which is absurd. You know, very, very scary time, but whatever. You know, it's your opportunity. If people are going to spend money, they're going to spend it anyway. Be that guy that's going to help them spend. You know, I think platform diversification is going to be huge for us soon because TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Snapchat, Pinterest ads, like there's just going to be an endless Amazon, right? There's endless opportunities to get your piece of the pie. It's all you need. You can make a full-time income online, 100K a year. It's not even 10K a month. You can make that if you just figure out which platform is most beneficial for the product you're testing, and then every time you get a creative that does a little well, you fix it, you make it better, you make it better, you keep making it better until it's an evergreen out on every single platform. Now you're making 400K a year because you diversify, right? Diversification has nothing to do with your stock portfolio. It has everything to do with diversifying what's working. And what's working is dropshipping, e-commerce. That's what's working. Advertising on these platforms is working. If you doubt that, go on YouTube, go on Twitter, see what people are posting. They're posting massive screenshots every fucking day of just massive growth. So it exists. Just get your piece, you know? Stop messing around. But listen, I could talk more about like each platform individually. I just don't want this video to be so long. I've been yapping away for like 20, 30 minutes already. But I don't want to do a lot of editing either. You know, I want to cut a lot. I want it to be authentic. You know, if you sat through this and talked about it, I just want to reassure you why, one, this channel is going to be beast because I'm going to implement all the things that I'm showing you guys with our growth. That's going to be literally exponential. Like 2025, if I don't take this brand to 8 figures, which 8 figures is only $10 million. If I don't take this brand to 8 million, like it's already positioned to do $1 million, like 1 to 1.5, at least based on like if it doesn't grow, if it just stagnates. It's only 10x. If I can't 10x this biz in a whole year, I fail. I believe I fail, which at this point I'm already determined to do at least 10 million. I want to shoot for like 40 or 50 million, which will be funny because then I'm gonna edit this video, these clips that I bet you most people won't even listen to. I'm gonna edit these clips and then do the green screen and point. We did $40 million and I told you I was gonna do it in 1 year just because of all the things I mentioned in this video. I noticed an economic boom. I noticed I wanted to hunker down. I noticed I wanted to stop doing editing and crazy shit and just focus on what matters, which is marketing. Now the problem is doing brain rot stuff and doing challenges and doing UGC style interviews and shit like that. Like that is marketing. So I'm not hating on that stuff. I'm just saying like that stuff is great, but I don't want to waste my time on that stuff as opposed to like using my time for this. And I don't think it's a waste for some people, like people like Jordan Welch, people like Sebastian Georgiou, people like Aman Ghazi. Like that's their marketing. That's how they make their money. And that shit's great. They've been doing it for fucking years. And I wish I started way earlier, but I didn't. So I want to create something that I could easily make videos like this on where I can just talk to people and they can extract the value and reassure themselves when they watch it in the background or something like that. When we're talking about legitimate stuff that's going to affect the marketplace that you want to be in, which is dropshipping, Google ads, Facebook ads, TikTok ads, YouTube ads, etc. So the game plan that I'm implementing going into 2025, especially with this and other products, this is like a combination of like a few products, one main hero product. I'm gonna be testing multiple products and affiliated products with those products. So I think that's a big thing too. Like retargeting old customers, buyers with new products that are adjacent to your product, because those are buyers. Why wouldn't you advertise in a cheaper way, cheaper conversions to people that already bought, right? Why would you do that? Email campaigns too to those people. So I'm gonna be implementing testing on all platforms and retargeting to the same customers, even on those platforms with the new products. And then implementing, creating, you know, platform specific content like UGC on some, VSLs on some, long form 10, 20 minutes, Google ads selling more expensive stuff and YouTube, because VSL YouTubes and search ads are more catered towards people who kind of know what they want, so you can sell more expensive packages. Building these retargeting systems, which are very, very effective across all these platforms, you know, crossing over these customers, different ad styles, and then focusing on own media, the things I'm gonna create, things that like I can sell with the asset. So email lists, you know, VSL libraries, things like this. And then long-term, after that, long-term sustainability. Like somebody's going to buy the asset long, which I will sell this asset at some point. Hopefully it retires me. I think I want to retire off this. I want to retire off this biz simply because like I see the potential. I'm in a market that's like very pigeonholed. Like nobody's in it. Nobody thought to sell in it. Nobody thought to innovate it. I somehow stumbled across it. I got lucky in 6 weeks. I literally launched the store in 2 days, launched the ads in 3 days. We got to scale to 6 figures in 6 weeks. That's why it's very quickly. Some people are faster than me, but I don't even care. Because like now that I see the growth, I see the potential. This was doing this running alongside other businesses. Okay. Like figuratively speaking, I got lucky as shit because of the reasons I mentioned, but like this biz it's technically still my smallest biz, but it's gonna end up being my biggest biz. Hence why I haven't made YouTube videos, because it's like I branch out and kind of combined all the things I learned in 6 years into this one biz, and I want to just keep adding products to this one biz to make it my biggest biz, to make a big exit, right? To create a brand around it, so I can really fucking create generational wealth, which I really hope and pray that you guys can do the same thing. Problem is, not everybody's gonna do it. Not everybody's gonna be able to focus on a long ass video like this, where we're talking about how you're gonna do it, right? How you're gonna focus on the opportunities that the USA market is gonna bring to people now that everybody's ready to spend again. And I think the market being at all-time highs shows that people are trustworthy of this administration. Like, they want to create wealth and pull wealth out of the market and buy more real estate, right? Like, even there was an economic boost for Trump because the interest rates were so low back then, and people could spend more, they could invest more, they had more loans and more market opportunities based on like the interest rates being low, and they could take loans to invest. Okay, and I think the same thing's gonna happen again. So the results, we scaled from 0 to 6 figures literally in 6 weeks. Amazing stuff. Now our monthly revenue is probably gonna be like, as it stands right now, I have a new VSL launching, and Google Ads to go along with that. Google Ads, aka YouTube ads and stuff like that, search ads. So the VSL is going to be launching on cross platforms tomorrow. I think this is going to be one of the best VSLs we launch. So I think it's going to go from 150K month revenue that it sits currently. If we just stagnate, I think it's going to take us to like over 300 or 400K months, which will bring us to around 5 million revenue a year. That's what I think. I'm only saying it on video because I want to hold myself accountable. This way I can prove to everybody. And like, I think the next video that I make about how it's legit is going to explode. Like, people only care about results. They only care about flashy cars. They only care about flashy watches, right? So I think it's going to explode. And I get to talk about that. I get to talk about this moment when I talk to you guys about, like, I didn't need a challenge video to show you guys, oh, I'm going to do this challenge. I could have did that, and I want to do it. I'm still going to drop a free course on it on YouTube to create the school around it. I'm still going to do all these things in 2025, but I want to still incorporate stuff where I can just talk to you guys, because I think in the school, the calls are going to be like this. You guys ask me questions, I'm literally giving you my reasoning as to why the opportunities exist the way they exist for you. Like, I'm saying it to myself right now in the camera, but I'm talking to you. I'm talking like the opportunities aren't just for me. I took advantage of some opportunities. I'm going to continue to do so, but the opportunities existed for you already, the same ones. So take advantage of them. Why are you wasting time? I also planning on building a huge team, editors, customer service. Like, I already had a team, customer service agents, sales agents, things like that to help me sell products. But like, we're gonna double the size of the team, double the size of the editing, double the size, even my YouTube. Right? Like, for me, if you're a beginner in dropshipping, my YouTube is a perfect example of like the struggle of being a new person. Like, for me, I haven't really found a way to like go super viral. I got a way to get 4,000 followers, but like, it was boring for me. Hence why I only drop 1 or 2 videos a month and try to do shorts. Like, I try to half-ass it. Like, now I do want to hire a professional team to hold myself accountable, so I want to build a bigger team even for YouTube. But it's not easy, Like, that's why I haven't dropped a video in 4 or 5 months, because of that. Because it's just hard. Like, even for you, if you haven't launched a product or an ad in 4 or 5 months, or you may be on the verge of giving up or whatever, it's not easy. Like, even for me, it's not easy to launch YouTube ads. Like, I'm not doing all the, hey, what's up, guys? Like, I try to do that stuff. I try to do, what's up, guys? It's Professor. Welcome back to class. And that shit's fun for me. I enjoy like trying to be a professor about it, because I enjoy teaching people. I'm obviously passionate about this. I've been yapping away for hours about it. I don't care how long this video is, because if you watch it, you watch it. If you don't, so be it. You'll watch the next video or the next videos in a year where I talk about the growth of this brand, and then it's gonna be too late because you didn't take advantage of all the opportunities I posted about in a year. You're not gonna take advantage of the school I dropped in 2025. So I don't care. Like, if you're not so invested in being able to listen to this in the background, double X speed, your brain's already too cooked to learn from me. So I'm sorry. Anyway, I want to optimize the system. It's very easy to say generically, but like, I want to create a better system. This way I can like help manage my time. My relationship suffered a very serious toll these last few months, family wise and stuff like that. And it's like, all I want them to do is focus and focus and focus and dial in businesses and like systems. And it's like, the problem is, when your relationship suffer, like mentally you suffer, it's going to make your business suffer anyway. So it's like, all the revenue you should have made, it's going to end up crashing and burning because you literally didn't have time to fucking, you know, create mental clarity for yourself. You don't have time to create mental clarity that allows you to help make better decisions in general, not just business decisions. Like, yes, it's both. It's business decisions and mental clarity for non-business decisions, which affect every facet of every fucking thing, affects every fucking other thing. If you watch Sopranos, you heard Tony talking about being number one, and that's what it is. And it's true. Every decision you make affects the next decision, the next, and the next, and the next. So the people that add stress to your life, the people that add beauty to your life, if you push those things away, it's going to have a counter effect in opposite directions, right? People who are pulling away too much from you, like if you have a business partner or a friend that you're like, yo, come on, bro, let's just focus and make dropshipping work, and you want it more than him, that's a leech, because then you're gonna put him out of work and get some results, and he's gonna want back in. Oh, now it's time to work. Like, no, bro, you guys should have been working together and make those things cognitively work, right? You have to move the cogs, the gears together. That's why I almost don't recommend having partners sometimes, not sexually, like business partners, but even relationships, right? Like, some people have bad relationship with their fam, their girl, their man, whatever, and it's like you're wasting time. Or some people have additions to their life that actually add light to their life. Like, business is stressful, making money is stressful, trying to make shit work, working to fund your business is stressful. So having support systems is fucking great. Don't push those people away. The people that love you unconditionally, whether you fail or you succeed. Love those people, But what's the really biggest lesson? It's an opportunity doesn't wait for your time schedule, too. Like, that's the thing about having that relationship with your fam and stuff, or your significant other. Like, opportunity doesn't wait. They can't understand that. That's why these next 4 years, when it booms, if you're not making money, what happens the next 4 years after that? You don't know. So if you see the opportunity now, and you see growth now, the way I did, I want to focus in and just go crazy. Like, that's why I haven't uploaded a video in 5 months, because I've been focusing on building certain brands. I think this brand is going to end up being one of my biggest brands ever. So I don't want to, that's why I've been focusing. That's why I kind of push some other things to the side a little bit, like optimizing those things and making them bigger, so I can focus on making this bigger, And the market, the market moves in its own way, so you have to take advantage of those things when they come, This wasn't just about money. I wanted to practice what I preach. Like, when I talk about the videos, like, I want to show people that, like, this started off as a challenge. this started off as a challenge for people to understand. I was gonna make a YouTube ass video, whatever. And then obviously eventually push out the free course, and then obviously eventually move serious people into a school so they can actually learn, right? I know school's very big right now, Hormozy, school games, blah, blah, blah. Whatever, I was gonna do it for fun. YouTube has always been just for fun for me. That's why I've only uploaded like 50, 60 long form videos max in like 4 or 5 years, which is like nothing, bro. It's like 10 videos a year, a video a month. A video a month is nothing, guys. Nothing. Like, that's why I hate the fact that I've been neglecting YouTube, but that's why I want to change my habits, because like I want to just create a big system for this and work only solely on this and then do YouTube for fun. So, um, and then, you have to go on when the time is right. Like, you have to go all in. You can't. That's why people hop around. So many people are hopping around from video to video. I know if you're still watching this at this point in the video, that's not you. Like, people who hop around, they're not just going to watch a video hour long of me just yapping, preaching and talking into your soul. Like, at this point, if you're still in this video, it's literally for me to preach into your soul that you have to go all in on something. Not just crypto, not just stocks. Like, it's really just little kids trying to make generational wealth. The problem is you'll never learn as much as you'll learn in 1 month of doing something as you will in 1 or 2 years. So don't think of it as I have to get rich in 1 month. Think of it as what can I learn in 2 years? How much can I learn from an individual or a school or a system? Right? Like if you're learning from a course, that's creating a system around a business. How much can I learn in 2 years from the same system to elevate all my knowledge, right? Am I reading enough books? Am I watching enough videos, long form videos, not brain rot? So focus on what you can control. You can control how much you learn. You can control how much you devote to drinking and smoking or learning, right? Doesn't mean you have to give up drinking and smoking forever. Just what's costing you opportunities, and just focus on that. Focus on not costing yourself opportunities. Simple as that. But markets go up and down. Businesses go up and down too. But if you constantly work in the business, you can't work on the market. You can work on your trading skill, but you can't work on the market and force it to go up if you're investing, right? That's why investing a few $1,000s is literally pointless, because it's not going to generate you generational wealth. Investing a few $1,000s, investing $1 million may, because things like Nvidia and shit explode, and now you're fucking printing money because the stock's going up heavily. But it takes time. So it's like you need to create cash flow, a well-run business, you know. So, but anyway, why should you subscribe? Why should you keep watching? Why do I appreciate you? What's next? I'm back. I'm back with more knowledge. I'm back with new businesses. I'm back with a lot of stuff that I'm gonna be able to help you guys in so many ways. And we're gonna dive deep in everything, going into ad accounts, going into, I told you free course coming on the Google ad stuff we've been working on. How to scale, how to hire systems, how to do all these things. And then in school, so we can communicate with each other and learn and develop more things. I'm going to be adding more coaches, some of my partners that are really fucking beasts at Facebook ads, beasts at VSLs, beasts at creativity, beasts at, selling things on Google, high ticket products, just a multitude of things. This way you don't have to gravitate towards a different business model. You can focus on dropshipping in all different facets. Like every time I've created a challenge to show, it's funny, like I create challenges to show how bad a business model can be or how good. It ends up working. I don't know if I'm just lucky. I don't think I'm lucky. I think it's just a combination of working so hard in e-commerce for 7 straight years that like I know how to pick a product, I know what creatives work. I know and I'm slowly getting better at things. Like it ends up being so fucking beast because I just focus so hard on learning all the things I need to learn. So that's what I want to create. I want to create an environment, an ecosystem of people like that are just like challenging themselves, and then they get lucky and make it work, and then they can teach it because they did so well in it. So end of the day, my best content, in my opinion, again, talking to the camera, hopping in my screen, going through ads, launching ads together, side by side. We assist each other. I talk over those videos to teach you guys that like, the greatness is in the details. I think Kobe would attest to the fact that like, without repetitions, you never become a master. Never. So that's why I hop from challenge to challenge, organic challenge, Pinterest challenge, fucking Snap challenge, 10-day dropshipping challenge. Like you might create a quick bag, but what the fuck is that worth? What is a quick bag worth if you're just gonna lose it testing the next one, the next one, the next one? Making 10K from one product means nothing to me. Making fucking generational wealth from a few products means everything to me. Or one store, whatever. That's why I honed in on high ticket dropshipping, which made me 14 million, 13, whatever, from just a few stores. And that's why I fucking made those stores with that intent. Now I'm making stores like this with different intent. I'm still using Google Ads, I'm still using all the ad platforms, but I'm trying to create a brand. So I want you guys to drop a comment. I want you guys to let me know what you want to see, what other tough choices you had to make between your relationships, between doing your business, between stocks, crypto, like what businesses you decided, between having a job, why you don't want a job, which is fugazi. If you don't want a job, nobody wants a 9 to 5, but everybody wants to make money. So you should be working 9 to 5 to fund your side hustle. Your side hustle can't become your main hustle until you can see growth, and you won't see growth until you can invest enough money into ads to make profitable sales, to find an ad that finally has profitable ROAS so you can scale it, right? That's the simplest way I could put it. But anyway, I want to hear your story. Let me know what you want to see. If you made it this way to the end of the video, leave a comment, leave a sub, leave a like, do what you want to do. I'm glad you guys stuck around. If you haven't, you're so beat. I'm sorry, your brain is rotted. So anyway, more to come in 2025. I will be launching a full course. Huge. It's going to be on dropshipping, Google ads, mentally getting yourself prepared via meditation, breathing, journaling, visualizing, because that shit is all legitimate spiritually. It's all going to be incorporated in this one free course on YouTube. Those always perform the best for me. So I do want to launch that. I just think it's the most helpful for students or people or whoever, viewers. So stick around. I'm glad you guys, if you're still in tune with the channel, if you watch a few videos, I'm glad you're still watching. But here it is. This is it. We are going to make generational wealth coming up, and stick around and watch the next few videos because they're going to be interesting ways to get your business up and running, at least in the beginning versions of getting them up and running. Because I noticed most beginners, they can't sit through a whole video. They need a 10-minute video to show them how to do it step by step. And then they finally have something on paper. Right? They finally have a store up. They finally made a product listing where it's like, if you've never done it before, it's literally intimidating, like opening Shopify and seeing the themes and seeing all these crazy things. It's a little intimidating. It's new software for you. It's a new thing. So anyway, guys, appreciate you watching. Until the next video, I'll catch you guys.